everyone. This is episode 6 of What is Wrong with You, a review of things with the Allens. We are back. I'm Mrs. Allen.
And I'm the reason you watch this show, Mr. Allen.
All right. I have 2 books that I think all students would love.
What about me?
You don't like anything.
I don't even like you. Ooh, I mean, I like you most sometimes. 20% of the time.
Okay. We're going to dive right in.
15%.
My first book for you today is called Hill Women.
What? There's an old lady with a baby. Oh, it's the Hillbilly Elegy thing?
Finding Family and a Way Forward in the Appalachian Mountains. Hill Women by Cassie Chambers.
The Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia?
They take up a range of states and places. This particular story takes place in Kentucky. I got my sticky note here. Leave my sticky note.
Oh, sorry, there's a sticky note. Hill Women, yeah. Compared to the Hillbilly Elegy, which is like now a popular show.
Yeah.
Or wait, popular movie? Is it a show or a movie?
Well, it was a book first.
No. It's a show first. You all remember, watch the movie or show, and then you come back and do the Cliff Notes.
All right, what do you think it's about?
I don't know. There's a lady with a baby.
Yes.
It looks pretty old. Cassie Chambers wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
They live in the hills of the Appalachian Mountains, and it's important because they have to take care of their families.
Well, they do. Family is a huge part of
Okay.
Surviving in the Appalachian Mountains.
Do their husbands work all day and they don't?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
everyone works all day. Everyone.
Back in the day?
Every day.
I don't know.
Okay. Cassie Chambers that is the main character. This is nonfiction. It is
I would
about
imagine so.
the path that Cassie takes to becoming a Harvard Law graduate, and
Is this Cassie Chambers right
The-
here?
yeah.
This baby?
yep.
Okay.
It focuses primarily on how the different women in her family have interacted with education. So some of the women in her family, like her grandmother and some of her aunts, didn't even graduate high school. Her mom was the first person to graduate in high school in her whole family, and then went off to college. And it's the story of Cassie then taking the inspiration from her mother and taking that next step and going to college and going to Harvard Law. And then it's really the story of Cassie coming back home and realizing how important it is to not only go get that education, but to remember your roots and come back to help the community that helped raise you.
Is Cassie still alive?
Yes, this is not old. This
I don't know.
was
It looks old. It's like a black and white photo.
published 2 years ago.
It does say Owsley County in Kentucky, one of the poorest places in the country. That always intrigues me because I like to hear people's stories about those.
Yeah,
Tobacco Road, tobacco farming.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. Cool. Yeah, no, it sounds pretty amazing. Good for Cassie. She's this little baby right here. This is Cassie.
what an odd thing.
Well, I just tried to guess. I was
Yeah.
right.
It's
I gotta be right about something.
yeah, a story of poverty. There's a lot of
Is it related to the Hillbilly Elegy in any way, shape, or form?
okay.
I don't know
no,
anything about
I don't
that. I
know
just know it's a new
why.
show or movie. That's all I know.
It is interesting that out of this entire cover, that Hillbilly Elegy is the thing that you focused
It's
on.
because people play people in a movie or something. I don't know what this is.
Hillbilly Elegy is a great book.
We're not talking about that.
It's a story of a guy who went to Yale
Great. Okay.
after a lot of people in his family did not value education.
Fair enough. People value education.
Shocking.
No way.
Anyway.
Okay, cool.
It's like a comparative novel. Like, here's his story, Hillbilly Elegy, and then
great,
here's like
yeah.
a female perspective
Okay.
of
perfect.
it. Yeah. It's really great. It's beautifully
I mean, it sounds great. It's not super long either, everybody. 270 pages. That's not bad.
It's not bad, and it's nonfiction.
That's
so
maybe my
for
limit.
all of you folks interested in
I do
searching
like
for
nonfiction.
nonfiction, that is it, and it is great. And
do
so is
like
Hillbilly
nonfiction.
Elegy.
Hill Women. Check it out.
Well, don't put it too far. You know
Oh,
I like to
I'll
show
get
the
it,
covers.
don't
Okay. Paper Towns by John Green.
All right, this is the guy that did Fault in Our Stars. Is that true?
Good job.
He wrote something else.
He wrote
too.
something else.
Oh man, I know another one. I think.
You do. We did the audio recording of it last spring for students. Remember, we as a staff, we were like, "Oh, it'd be fun if we did a recording of a
Wait,
book."
did I read a book?
You read a chapter of this book.
If anybody hasn't heard that yet, you should. Crap.
John Green.
John Grisham,
No,
the lawyer
not
guy?
the same guy.
Also a good author, I guess. I can't remember. What else did he write? It's gonna make me annoyed.
Well, the audio recording that we did was An Abundance of Catherines.
Right, which I was real confused because I didn't read the book, but I had to read a chapter in the middle of it, so I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. Whatever. I'm just
An Abundance of Catherines is probably my favorite
Oh.
John Green, but it's not saying
I
much.
could have cheated. It says the Fault in Our Stars right there.
It
I
does.
didn't.
All right,
cheat.
now I'm going to tell you a couple things. You can hold on
Wait,
to
but
it.
I'm supposed to
sorry.
guess first.
Okay,
right? I mean,
okay.
She's just
I
stealing
know.
my thunder
I'm
the
sorry.
time.
All right, go ahead. What do you think?
I don't know.
Again,
It looks
sticky
like
notes.
what these dumb sticky notes
I
on
have
the back.
sticky notes on
Ugh.
everything.
Me too, but I don't be like this crazy.
I know. I'm sorry.
I want to think like there's people that just throw darts at a board and then go to that city on a map.
Oh, that's fun.
Is
That's
that
a fun,
true?
That's
Is
a
that
fun
what's
test.
happening at Paper Towns? And then there's paper trails that they have to collect, kind of like a sleuth mystery.
It is sort of like a mystery.
I'm getting there. But I'll tell you what, can we get a map out? I just want to throw something out there, and that's our next trip. I mean, we haven't been on a trip in 19 years, but it's okay. It's cool.
I don't know where to find a paper map.
See? Pin into map. You ever tried it before, you do it.
Do you know what a paper town is?
No.
Okay. Don't
I
read
don't.
the back.
Oh
You're
my
cheating.
goodness, I'm not cheating. I don't know what a paper town is. I just think of paper trails and John Green and Fault in Our Stars and
All right.
Quentin Jacobson.
John Green. Okay, I will tell you. So my seniors, this is for you. A bunch of them read this recently
Ooh.
for their reading club book.
Impressive. That's a lot of pages.
It is a lot of pages. John Green writes long books, but he writes them in a manner that make them go really fast. He writes for his target audience is like
Not me.
older young adult fiction.
Older young adult fiction? That's not even a thing.
Yeah, it is for me.
Older young adult fiction?
Yeah, like not adults.
Like 17?
But not like 12-year-olds. That's like a really big range of young adult fiction. It's like for high school students. Most of the time he writes from the perspective of high school students.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Paper town.
Paper towns are towns that are fake and are created on a map maker's original map.
What?
Because they wanted to ensure that no one could just make a copy of their original map work and sell it. So the way that they knew if it was a copy or not is that like a map maker
Map paper towns. It sounds cool. It's something new. I've never heard of
a
paper
map
towns
maker
before.
would make up a fake
She's so mad.
town and put it on their map.
After she presses the off button, she's gonna punch me just so everybody knows.
Anyway, that's what a paper town is. It's a fake town on a map.
She was biting her lip too. If you really look closely, there's a vein popping out of her forehead. She'll get real mad real fast.
I don't love John Green.
I mean, it's kind The Fault in Our Stars. I never read it. I mean, I know there's a movie about it. I don't know.
Fault in Our Stars is way too sad for me.
Yeah, it's not. It seems
Not my
sad.
favorite.
Not interesting.
He writes good stories.
Sure, whatever.
He
For older young adults.
tries really hard to sound like he's using a teenage voice properly, but
Okay.
if you've read any of his novels, he doesn't quite
Got it.
get there. Like most of his characters sound like they are highly college level educated.
Okay.
And not to say that teenagers don't sound like that. It's just rare that I hear teenagers speaking like this. It doesn't
enough.
sound authentic.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna read it. I would rather throw darts at a map and go to that city.
Great.
Try it out. I'd rather do that than read this book. Okay. Or throw a dart at this book, and whatever page I'm on, I'll read that page. That's it.
There are great
story.
qualities to all of his stories.
Okay. Great. Awesome. excellent choices today. He also wrote Turtles All the Way Down.
Turtles All the Way Down is good.
No, please don't tell us.
Story is good, but again, the
No.
characters' voices are not super accurate.
I mean, again, people, we're looking at like 300 pages here. It's not terrible.
People who don't-
It's not terrible. It's
People
all
who
right.
don't spend a lot of time with teenagers probably think this is like nailing the teenage voice, but we spend a lot of time with
Okay,
teenagers.
fair enough.
Like a lot. I spend more time with teenagers than I do with any other age group.
That's very true. I mean, you do have a lot of older friends, like people your age.
Are you trying to say I don't have friends? Is that what
No.
you are saying right now?
No.
What is wrong with you? You are so mean. Okay. Hill Women by Cassie Chambers.
Check
Great
it out.
nonfiction about the value of education in order to get yourself through poverty. And Paper Towns by John Green, which is an author who a lot of high school students really
Great.
love.
Love it.
Thanks
Great
for being
books.
here today.
You all rock.
Yeah.
Love us, like us.
Bye.
See ya.